for safekeeping. Don't ever let nobody be the reason. You throw it out, you stop.
Ta-da! Come on, Dorothy!
I was very happy because, I love the play so much.
Don't nobody bring me no bad news. Pony! You're nothing but a pony! I'm out! I think I'm gonna make it this time. You sure are.
We're home is a place we always find child.
Why don't you get it by now? Tell me what you learned in grade school. Give it to me like you want it. Did you forget that golden rule? Why is our love at one-sided? It should really be give and take. Fill you up and leave me empty. Baby, was that my mistake? Covering these feelings, going through changes. I'm just so mad right now, I can't even think straight. So I'ma just tweet it and delete it, knowing you won't read it. Before we get too far away, I need to clear my mind.
What's up, everybody? What is up? It is your girl EJ, the TV Junky, and y'all, we are here to talk about Tia Mowry's next act, y'all. Now, y'all know that Tia has been trending all over the place, and she decided that she was going to get back out into this reality world. And so, we got to support our girl and we got to see what she's up to. So I don't do this by myself, y'all. So I'm going to bring up the crew. I got my girl, Miss Ashley from My Sweet Perspective is in the building. Looking cute. Get ready for tonight. Okay. Oh, you muted. Mute.
Already dressed because I couldn't get dressed in between. But hello, everyone. I hope everyone is having an amazing Wednesday. And I hope y'all will be here for the Wiz Live immediately following Miss Tia and her tears.
Girl, yes. And of course, y'all already know we got Miss Tyra from Struggle Reviewz. Hi,
Hey, I had some adhesive, yo. Hello. Thank you.
Oh, so cute. So y'all already know what we're here to do. We're here to talk about Miss Tia. So first and foremost, I always like to get a vibe check. So what was the vibe check on this episode? I'm gonna start with you, Tyra.
Girl. The whole time watching this episode, I was thinking about what Ashley said last time we discussed it, that I don't think this show is going to work in Tia's favor the way that she thought it was. I love me some Tia. I love me some Tia and Tamara. And it's just like, I'm not so loving this scenario. It feels forced and it feels very scripted. And, there's always going to be a sector of reality TV that is scripted, but it's like sitcom-y scripted. Like something's really off about it. And it's making me question the narrative, the purpose, why. Like, it just feels like we're putting on airs because we're trying to prove something. And she's the last person who needs to prove anything to anybody. But something about this show just doesn't feel authentic and natural.
Gotcha. No, completely understand. Ash?
Again, we know every episode we're gonna get tears from Tia, and my whole thing was with this was, girl, we know you didn't go get this mammogram and get abnormal results and didn't already know in advance. It felt like, okay, maybe this could have happened at some point in real life, but it didn't happen on this show. There's no way you got these results on in real life on this show, did all of these things, and now you starting a foundation. You gonna have a website, pamphlets. We finna stand up on the bleachers and talk about breast cancer awareness. I mean, I love her using her platform for this, girl, but baby, we don't have to do this. I hate the way I'm perceiving her in this moment and on this show. Because it feels disingenuous on every single level. And I hate that because we grew up with her. We grew up with Tamara, and I want the best for them. I don't know what her motive is. Is this like a rebrand? You know, maybe she wants to, I don't know. I think a reality TV show could have been okay. But I think either her handlers or her own vision for this is kind of got her lost in the sauce. I don't like it for her.
Gotcha. Yeah, I mean, as far as this episode goes, I think the whole purpose she wanted to spotlight breast cancer awareness. And with her show being in, what is this? No,
October.
This is still October,
breast
so
cancer awareness.
So it is breast cancer awareness month. I was like, is this still breast? Girl, I thought it was in November for some reason. I don't know why.
Friday.
But it felt like it was perfectly timed, you know, and so I get the sentiments behind it. I really do get it. But if it's supposed to be unscripted, then it should be unscripted. It shouldn't be scripted. If it was going to be scripted, it just should have said it. They should have just said so, and then we would have went into it knowing that that's what we were going to get. So of course, this is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, so we get it. And I decided to make sure that my slides aligned with that as well, since that's what this episode was going for. We knew what it was. So let me go ahead and get these slides up, y'all. And we got to get into the episode. It wasn't a whole lot actually going on in the episode. The episode really, really centered and focused around this one thing. But we got a few other things in there, but this was the main purpose of it. I'm convinced that it was the purpose. So we just go stick with what the purpose of it was. So when the episode first opens up, of course, we have, you know, Tia, she's auditioning for Zoom. Now, apparently everybody, they're doing everything this new school way now. You don't have to go in and do anything. You just do it over Zoom, which I think was smart anyway. That's the best thing. I mean, COVID was horrible, but it also brought about a few good things. And that was the idea of people doing things right from their house. Shout out to the house. But yeah, so we kind of opened up with that, and then we got our buddy Jerome is coming in, and we got Cece. Oh Lord, she irks my soul, y'all. I do not know why, but she just really does. So we got Sierra coming in, and really they wasn't even doing nothing, and we just keeping it real. They just chit-chatting about her and this, and I'm just like, where are we going with this? To be fair, and I don't want to say this because y'all know I don't like being that person, but this episode was boring as hell.
Say that, be that person. Ain't nothing wrong with being that person.
It's okay to be honest. Tell the truth. Shame the devil. It's all right.
It was boring as hell, and I found myself just trying to put together things to really talk about. But so anyway, we get Tia. She's going to the hospital, and this is where she's going to go to get her mammogram, right? She's going to go get her mammogram, and this is where we kind of start to see it unfold, and we know right then this is all staged for us, right? Yes. So I'm trying to get past all of this.
Going in to get the mammogram in the hot pink suit. Say, girl,
exactly, in the pink,
in the
ambiance.
Pink, girl, Tia.
It was so blatantly plain that you were just like,
all right, girl.
Okay. But anyway, this was a cute part right here. Ashley, what you think about Cairo? Because I feel like she has such a lot of personality. But they got Jerome up here babysitting.
I mean, at this point, Jerome's the help. Like, I'm like, does he do anything else? Like, she put him to work. He's there. He's babysitting. Cairo's precious. You know, I mean, I don't like talking about people's kids and their parenting styles. But I don't know. Tia gives me the vibes that she's an overcompensator and she's going to do a lot for for Cairo, which is fine. That's her child. I just kind of wonder about how that's gonna bode for the baby as the baby gets older. But I like Jerome. I thought it was a cute little interaction. The baby's adorable, you know, and you know, do you want to be like mommy? Do you want to be an actress? And I'm like, okay, so they're setting us up for the next episode. She gonna be going on auditions or doing commercials or something next. I mean, it's fine, you know.
Girl, okay, that part.
That's
Tyra,
it.
anything to add on to that?
I mean, Cairo could use a firmer hand, if you ask me. Cairo has that boisterous personality, which is great, but there's also a time and a place for everything and a level of kind of barrier and respect I expect from my children. But you know, this is a different lifestyle. This is the lifestyle of the rich and famous, baby. I don't have those problems. So we're clearly, you know, raising Cairo different. My issue with Tia is I don't want her to feel like she needs to overcompensate because their dynamic is different. So now Cairo can do, have, and say whatever she wants to because we're trying to mask the fact that daddy isn't here. No, let's still, you know, remember that, stay over there. But yeah, I'm here for Cairo in the aspects of her maybe wanting to be out there because she's very entertaining. She gives a lot of energy. So if we're gonna go down that child actor route, who better to do it than her mother because she was there with it. Shout out to babysitter Jerome.
Okay, because I was like, is Jerome just going to be around for a while? Is he going to be around for the rest of the show? Because at this point, it feels like Jerome is kind of there. But if I'm not mistaken, wasn't he in their other reality show or something like that?
He was.
So maybe this is just a thing. Maybe we're okay. Anyway,
EJ, you know they filmed this all in 2 weeks. He wasn't there no long time. They was in and out.
Because she did have that yellow dress on. Because she did all of her things in the yellow dress. So you're right. It probably was about a 2 week span. So anywho, Charles gets a second date, y'all. Let's talk about Charles for a second. Charles calls her up. Why is it that every time we talk to Charles always seems to have the right things to say? It just don't ever feel real to me. Tyra, what you got?
Like, hello, beautiful, gorgeous Howard. Like, oh, it's almost Grand Rising Queen, and I don't like that.
Not a whole tip.
I just don't like. If we weren't gonna like, I feel like Charles is a paid actor. Okay, I'm sorry. Hopefully this man is a real man. I don't know Charles. Hopefully he is out there with the organization putting cleats on them unfortunate children. You know, the lesser, you know. I hope that's that because it just gives placing scenarios. Like this is never a man that I feel like we're gonna see Tia pop out with and like, yeah, remember, especially when they give us you know, coming up on the next Tia, my new act, and it's just like we knew from that first episode, Tia not ready to date nobody, child. She shouldn't be anyway. She should be ready to get more into her freedom. And Charles doesn't give serial data or I'm just trying to entertain. Charles looking for a woman, okay? And if Tia Mara can be my woman, why not? But it's just like we're kind of going through the motions and it feels like fluff. It feels like filler until we get to what I'm going to hope are better episodes. But this just feels like we are dating Charles and entertaining him to only let him down later for a storyline. And it makes me less invested in their little dynamic. But yeah, Charles always says the right thing. And who's not going to like that?
Absolutely. Ash, any thoughts on old Charlesy with his right words at the right times?
Yeah, it's so for fake. It's so for fake. Girl, Tia just need to go swing from the chandeliers. That's what she wants to do. That's what she wants to do, girl. Why are we doing this? Why not show that, Tia? You getting your groove. What'd you say last week? Get your groove back like Stella did. Girl, that's what you want. Nobody wants Charles. Charles, your lunch is ready. Nobody wants Charles. All right. Not Tia, at least. Not saying no disrespect to that man. But Tia's not interested. This is just a game to keep the people watching. And again, we don't buy it. They don't have any chemistry, baby. There is no steam heat here. No, just get rid of them. I'd rather see her hiking and, going on real auditions and going out with her friends and having a good time. Don't give us this. We ain't got to do a romance in every series.
Charles said, "Oh, you look so good." Yeah. I say, okay. I'm not gonna lie. Charles was looking kind of good, right? It's looking good. Everything's good. Okay, whatever, girl.
And when they talk, they really there's no real conversation between these two. It's just very basic things. And I don't really understand how they're getting to know each other, or maybe this is just all they show us for the camera, because we know that, Tia has good publicists. We all know that. We know that they are very much what's the word? I want to say tame, but we know that they know what to do on camera, off. You know what I'm saying? Like they know how to be
Media trained for
They're
sure.
very media trained. So I feel like that's what we're getting a lot of, and we're not really getting any.
I'm sorry. I feel like Tia is insulting our intelligence. Like, baby, it's not. Even their show was more authentic than this. When it was the two twins. I feel like she's insulting us to think that this was gonna be substantial to keep us engaged or care. It feels so fake. I'm like, girl, why are you doing us like this? We love you.
Exactly. And that's the whole thing, is that Tia, like everybody loves Tia. Like, I mean, yeah, some people be trying to hate on her a little bit these days because of her TikToks and all that stuff, but most people love Tia. Like everybody grew up with Tia. Everybody loved Tia. Like she's like nice and sweet, and that's like and being able to see her actually come out of that shell and just be her goofy self and do the things that what we all thought the show was going to be about, that would have been the play. That would have been what we wanted to see. So but this is what we got, and maybe we'll get something else on the next episode. I'm excited to see if that's going to transpire. Shout out to Trent with the $5 super chat. Not Charles. Yo, Lurch, is it? You ready? Your lunch is ready.
Only for you. Girl, Charles ain't getting no lunch. Charles ain't even getting let into his house. Let's be real about it. He ain't getting in the bedroom. He ain't, how they be trying to pull like, hey, can I come in and use your bathroom? No, Charles might make it to the backyard. I'm putting money on it.
Okay. Yeah, he not. And I think they're already setting us up for Charles's big fall anyway. And it's like you said, you can't really see her with Charles. And it's the first guy that she's dating anyway. We don't expect her to be with him. Yeah. So we're going to see a part where Jerome and Tia are having this conversation, and he's talking about how, she should maybe become is Kyra going to become a child actor? And then she goes on to talk about her own childhood and how her childhood was taken. And I very much believe that. I feel like that is very much a real thing, because we know they started acting when they were younger. And we also know that she couldn't date till she was 18. Like, we know that there were a lot of things that she did that traditionally is around someone who wasn't able to get out. You know what I'm saying? Like the first person you meet, you marry them, and you know what I mean? Like all those little things. So I don't know. Do you believe that, or if you were an actress or an actor, and had like really made it, do you think that you would want your child to follow in that same footsteps if you were a child actor? Start with you, Ash, and then you, Tyra.
So it just depends. This is where I thought, okay, we might be onto something here. Because as Tyra's talking to Jerome about the potentiality of Cairo following in her footsteps, she says, my parents did a great job of protecting me as much as they could. And I said, this is a perfect segue to talk about what may have happened to you during your childhood years as an actress. But of course, she veered completely away from that. That's not something I want to touch or talk about. But yeah, I don't know if I'd want that for Cairo. As far as I'm concerned, if you were a child actor and you know the pitfalls, but you also know the benefit of it, I think, like Tyra said, who better to guide Cairo through that if that's something Cairo wants to do? I don't think if I was an actor, that would be something I would ever push on my child. But if she showed an affinity for the arts and wanted to kind of dip her toe in, I would absolutely be there, right? Because I have the best idea of what goes on behind the scenes, how to manage, how to handle her, how to make sure she's protected in the space. But yeah, I just, like I said, I thought we were going to go somewhere and Tia was going to open up, but she ain't saying nothing. Mum's the word. She ain't telling nothing. She ain't telling about that man, and she not telling about anything that may have happened. And don't allude to it and not give us it. You know what I'm saying? Don't say as best as they could. Girl, what happened?
Give us the tea. Tyra.
She ain't giving no tea. She ain't giving no crumbs. Like, at this point, I would have just been here for Tia's first. Like, Tia just going back and doing, like, I never went to prom. Let's just see Tia go to a mock prom. Like, just do, that's the show at this point. All of this, I never got to do this. I wouldn't dare let Cairo become a child actor. For what? If you are in the realm of being, successful and wealthy and known, like, she knows what comes along with that. And Tia, you know, clearly loves her job, but there's a hint of I suffered for this art. I wouldn't want to put Cairo through that at all. Like let Cairo be Cairo. Let her, you know, go and maybe let her get older and decide what she wants to do. Because child, when I was have been in the classroom with 5-year-olds all day. They can say they want to do something, and the next day change their minds. But you know, all kids are you know, impressionable and lively and have all these like, oh, you could, yeah, I think my baby could run some lines. I mean, yeah, but I would be against it, and I also would love to get more into, you know, just get into what you missed out on, girl. Like go like this dating crap. This, you know, and I'm never gonna discredit anybody trying to bring awareness to breast cancer, but yeah, it's not that. It's not giving what she thought it would, and I just would rather see her exploring different things than this. Let's just do Tia's first time, blank, blank, blank.
That's a good idea. They should have had you, girl, on the thing. They should have had you back there in the room, because that actually would have been interesting, because we've all, I'm throwing water bottles, because we've all, my bad, because we've all seen her grow up, and that would have been like something catchy. Okay, Tia does this for the first time. Tia does this for the first time. I'm sorry, I would have bought into that. Like, I really would have been like, okay.
A whole prom, especially if they would bring back some old guests and some just like mocking, like just experiencing things, everything. It's so much. She was literally just acting on set, and then her parents were also very strict. She couldn't even, you know, pop out in a way that a lot of child actors get to do, because they're bringing in the income and what I say goes, and then they all of a sudden emancipated because their parents taking their money. It wasn't even that. It was just very strict and married and children and still acting.
Mm-hmm. Very much so.
Tyra just want to see Ron Rico come.
I do, girl. I do. That would make my day, girl. I would love to see her interacting with Ron Rico. Like, listen, girl, I think every year fake prom. We remember your prom episode. Like you in Ray's limo, girl. Get the folks in here. We want to go because we know they're gonna bring Jackie gonna pop out for these girls every single time.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Now that is the one thing that I am interested in seeing. I was like, okay, I can't wait to see that part, because I was like, that's at this point, that's probably one of the most interesting things. And then when they have the trailer where they're showing her and she's like doing her little whatever with the men folks, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna be here for that right there when we get into those episodes.
Yes,
come through.
Ripples.
Okay. So anyway, we're gonna see that Sierra and Tia are gonna be in the car, and just all of a sudden, never mind. You know, I'm not even gonna do it. Don't do it, Erica. Don't do it. All of a sudden, she gets a phone call that's on speakerphone. That happens to be, I did it. That happens to be her doctor, and she gets this news, and then, you know, she gets the abnormal test. Now, I will take this time to say this right here, you know, to bring some sort of light into it. People, make sure that you're going to get your mammograms. Make sure that you're going to get your test and things like that, because stuff like this does happen. People do get abnormal tests, and this is the best time to catch it. It's early. But your girl Tia goes into the cry thing, and she just, you know, she starts to break down before we even really get any news or answers. Like, she doesn't know anything. Tyra?
Oh, girl, she got my nerves. She gets on my nerves. Like, this was the most forced. Like, I don't know, something about this just felt like an insult to me. It wasn't this. I think it was when she was speaking to her friend who's actually went through her bouts of chemo, and like, it was like, this is, you know, run of the mill for women going to get mammograms. Like, you know, oh, we spotted something. We want to run a few more tests to make sure. And it's just like, okay, sure. You don't go through these 7 stages of grief until these 5 stages of grief until, you know, you get actual diagnosis. And something about it felt performative. And I hate that I have to question, like, well, these girls are actors. They have been acting all their life. You know, those tears can't come on command. Like, I don't like that. I would like to think that if there was anything, even if we are feeling emotional about it, I just think that this was warranted. Not this. If she act like they told her, like, oh, she was acting like, what were we watching 3 Women when Gia got that? Like, I told you. It was giving Gia. I was like, ma'am, relax. And every single time we have a situation, she has to have a friend there, somebody, oh, Tia. It's a lot of doting on Tia. With every single person that we have here, you would think that we're actively trying to get into them as well in what they're bringing to Tia outside of just being her shoulder.
Yeah.
Or her helping hand or her servant child. It's just her emotional support dogs. I'm not liking the narrative in the way that it looks. I'm liking that we're, hey, make sure you're getting your mammograms, make sure yeah, of course. But the way that it's portrayed to us and the way Tia acted in this car I thought this was going to be it. When I was like, oh, this is the episode. This is the episode? Ma'am, are you serious? I didn't like it. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, I understand. Ash?
So here's the thing. I wouldn't have had an issue with seeing her spazzing. Because I can catastrophize myself sometimes, right? Like, oh, automatically the worst possible thing. However, it just didn't seem like it was real. It just really didn't give, this is your authentic reaction as you're getting the news. Like, okay, girl, like I said, it may have happened before, but it didn't happen on this show in this car with this young lady. And the tears. Tia, I'm still sick of you seeing you cry, girl. I'm so sick of seeing you cry. I just want to be here for my shit. Stop it. Stop. And I do think, like, at some point you have to give your supporters, the viewers of this show, some credibility that we're thinking people, right? And that we can put 2 and 2 together. And this stuff just ain't adding up, sis. You don't have to cry every episode for people to feel empathy or concern for you or support you. Like you said before, she's going to get that support anyway, just because of the nostalgia. I really wish this could have been a real raw, expression of something, but that's not what we saw.
Exactly.
This wasn't it.
Nah, it wasn't it at all. Totally 100% agree with you. It does feel reenacted. I'm not saying, because I believe that all of this happened, but I believe that it's more of a reenactment of it. And it was more so for the simple fact of promoting or bringing awareness to it. And that's great to bring awareness to it, but it would have needed to be more authentic, and not necessarily make us feel like, okay, like, to you, like, we not crazy. We know that this ain't real. You know what I'm saying? But you keep saying that this is unscripted. And that's my only issue, is that if it was scripted, I'm good with it, because I would have been like, oh, okay, this is scripted. This is what it is. But, here we are.
No, we have to sit her with these friends, and like, she's talking to people who have really experienced the loss. Like, was it cousin Jerome coasting her?
His mom,
his mother. I was like, and he has to. You're fine. Like, I'm like, what are we doing here, girl? Get this. Get Tia out my face. Get Tia out my face, baby. I'm sorry.
Tia goes into the space when she comes in, right? She goes straight up. She doesn't say anything. She just goes straight. So she says she's had to go take a shower, right? And she goes in and she does, I guess they call it like a confessional, like they used to do on the real, on the little thing.
Beautified ass confessionals. Okay.
She does her confessionals, and she's just really going in, and she's crying again, of course, and she's scared, she's nervous, but we're just still at that stage where, and I know a lot of times people will try to self-diagnose and do all the things, and I'm not saying that is not true. I just feel like we just needed to wait and get a little more information, because we didn't have enough information to go into this big of a spiral at this point, in my opinion.
I gotta be strong. I gotta think in front of the kids. I still have to be a mom. I'm just burdened with so much. Shut up, Tia. Sorry,
Tara. It was a couple of things that happened at this table. So at the table you were talking about early, Alina, who had her battle with breast cancer, and she had been through that, and so they're having the conversation, and Sierra put this all together so that she could have her people that that she leans on, right?
Every time,
girl. Why did she touch it? Well, she was like, I can feel it. I can feel it. And it was her nipple. I laughed at that part. I'm so sorry.
I didn't. I was so over Tia here. Like, first of all, them here dressed in all black like the Omen. I was like, baby, what are we doing here? The set design, the set design of it all. Like, her having to be coasted by someone who has suffered from like that, I can feel it. I get, especially Ashley. I feel like Ashley would be the Google queen. Anytime I get anything, I'm not Googling, I'm not self-diagnosing, I'm not panicking. I'm just going to wait. But like, I feel like Ashley would be like, let me look at her like, oh Lord, I'm about to die tomorrow. Like that's not what this is. But I could even get with that if it was just her like, oh my God, like I'm just so scared. Like it could be anything. Like I've already lost some family members. My friend is experiencing this. Is just a very nervous situation. And it could be relatable because it's that. I don't see, and every woman reacts different, but I don't see too many of them. Oh my God, just kidding. Like Tia act like she was officially diagnosed with breast cancer. And I just couldn't get with that. And just, her feeling relief at the fact, well, Alina said it's okay, and she's actually had breast cancer, so it made me feel better. I was like, I almost called her something.
Girl.
I almost called her something. I didn't care for this. I'm sorry, but yeah, it's the I can feel it. It's like, okay, all right, baby. Yeah.
Girl, I must have fell out the chair. I said, no, she did say I can feel it. I said, no, ma'am, stop it. Stop. But anyway, Ash, any thoughts on this, the nipple?
I just rolled my eyes. But I mean, Alina probably needed her story told. I just think Tia could have packaged this differently. Because it did almost feel like, okay, I'm going to use this as a way to, I don't know. I don't like that. Let's not use another person's whatever, unless you're going to just give that said person a platform to tell their stories, bring awareness, do all that. And if you just wanted to partner and do this as a charity for your friend, do that. That would have actually been even better. Like, Alina, we're coming up on the time that we want to talk about this. You could have just done that.
Ashley, when she said she was about to use her platform, and I thought she was going to have like Alina or have Jerome go speak to their experiences, as the grieving son who's lost his mother, or Alina who's actually experienced like the platform of I had a mammogram, and I was like that. Oh, I thought she was going. Oh, it's gonna be you talking. I was like, all right, bring that awareness, girl.
Okay. Yeah, I thought so too. I thought it was gonna be Alina telling her story, and I was like, oh, okay, that's great. She's gonna let her friend tell her story. But yeah.
But no,
that's what had happened. So anyway, we get to the hospital to have the biopsy. If anybody has ever had a biopsy before, it's a long, thin needle that they stick in, and they go through and they tell her all of what's going to happen and stuff like that. And that's pretty much all that's happening in this. And then, of course, the camera can't be in there with all of this going on. But she's just kind of explaining to her what's about to happen and, trying to make her feel comfortable and all that good stuff. But this is what you were talking about, girl. You were talking about Tia uses her platform to support a bigger cause.
Yeah, I did.
And of course, we bring Alina along with us because that's the only thing that would make sense, right? And I guess that's why we all may have thought Alina would be the one that would be the face of this platform, or I mean, she would use her platform, but Alina would be the face of the thing, right? But no, I know you kind of already spoke to it, Tyra, but any additional thoughts?
It's becoming the audacity, and I don't like that. I don't like that. I just how did this make any sense? I just knew that. I was like, oh my gosh, she bought Alina. This is great. I was like, we're getting more away from, because visually, if you watch this show, especially if you're unfamiliar with Tia, I don't see anybody watching this who didn't grow up with a sister, but let's just say you didn't. It looks selfish. It looks very self-serving and centered around Tia at all times. And we're always, here, even though she is the one, experiencing the divorce and everything's new, of course. But at the same time, we're kind of like almost 2 years kind of removed from you getting. So, I would think we'd be a little further along. But anyway, I thought that this would be a great way to, because we were introduced to all of her circle as if they were, a part of kind of the cast. And you want to get us interested in those people as well because we're spending time with them. I was like, oh, this is so nice, Tia. We were getting away from, us dressing all black like the Omen, coasting you through your biopsy. Let's, this is a great thing to do for your friend. It's just like, no, she's just here for the emotional support of Tia. Oh, okay then. I don't know.
Yep. And I'm glad that you said that because sometimes I try not to say, I'll be trying to hold stuff in. Like I don't want to say like what I'm really feeling. And that's the first thing that I thought. Like the first thing that I thought was, gosh, this is so self-serving. Like this is so selfish. Like, why are we not I never saw that side. I feel like we don't get to see that side of her. And I don't think that's the side that she meant to show. I don't think that it meant to come off like this, but it does. Like that was the very first thought that I had. So I'm glad you said it. Help me out, girl. Help me say what I need to say.
You know I'm saying it,
Ash.
Yeah, I mean we've known that. I don't and I get it. This is her show. This is about Tia. My only concern is that every event that we've been to, everything that's happened has been in support of Tia. First, it's a divorce party. We're burning the wedding dress. Second, it's some other group meeting where I needed all my girls to get together. Oh, cousin Jerome, I needed you. Give me some of your Xanax. Then it was like, now this, right? And everyone is just so willing to go along with it, even though the bestie that she's been besties with, for the majority of her adult life, it's never about them. It's never, hey, well, what's going on in your life? When we see these conversations, they're completely centered around Tia. But yeah, I too, again, like I said, I thought Alina I thought that would have been great. You're giving your platform over to your friend who actually was diagnosed with breast cancer and survived, overcame it. I thought that would have been an awesome thing. But no, I think Tia was looking at this like a photo op. Or, this is going to just look really good for my charitable contributions for the year. And it just didn't give, like I said, it's very much disingenuous to me.
Baby, because the way I was chilling, I was like, you know what, let me not be mad. And then when they did the stage, we're stuck in the elevator to get the fireman, I was like, all right, I'm done. I'm done. I'm good on that. All right. Okay.
So I always figured that that there was some sort of clause in their thing. I mean, that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Like that makes a lot of sense to do so, especially when you have children,
which is
because
cool.
People can get unruly sometimes. But I think that's a great thing. I mean, it's the right thing to do as co-parents in the public eye. So there's that.
Girl, the way I would want to hear what Corey I want to hear. I want to know. Let's just be being nosy. All the more reason not to center this show around her divorce. It should have just been my next. It's called my next act. Like my next. Like why are we still on the divorce? But
okay, because all it does is make people want to know more. Yeah. And that's what it's doing. And you're just like, oh, I really want to know, but you're not going to get any of those answers. So, let's focus on what your real next act is. Let's focus on that because, like you keep saying, like everybody keeps saying, we love her. Like, we love her. We want to see her win. We want to see what's really next, not this exactly. So there's that. All righty. Oh, Charles. We on this date with Charles again. Girl, this is about irritated my soul. I ain't even gonna lie to you. Charles is like, they just don't have no chemistry at all. And it's like, what are y'all talking about? What are y'all doing? Like, and Charles just checking her out. Ooh, this dress. Ooh, this dress. I'm like, Charles, stop. Like, what are we doing here? I was over Charles and I was over them. I'm gonna let y'all have it. They was on my nerves.
If they could have just, if y'all gonna fake it, let's just fake it. All right. And she's like, oh, you want a kiss for these flowers? Oh, I wasn't ready for that, huh? Move a little quick, slow down, 10 speed. Like, all right, Tia. All right. I hope that this brings, a light. I don't know what this man's career path is. If he's trying to be an actor, I mean, he's selling it. I believe it. Maybe he's trying to get some old cleats for the children in need. If that happens, get some bucks or something for that nonprofit. For all we know, I don't know, but I hope this ends in something tangible for Charles. Maybe Charles trying to beef up that dating profile and hey, you saw me over there with Tia, didn't you? Yeah, I don't know. Maybe this is what this is, but yeah, she don't want this man. She don't want this man. I don't know why she's playing. We shouldn't even be dating, girl. You supposed to be swinging on the pole, swinging on the chandelier, swinging from something, swinging from some balls if you feel like it. But let's not do this. It's just presenting in a certain way. You know, we show up, and every single time she goes, this is second date. Last time she's like, I should cancel. I shouldn't really go. I just, with everything going on, you know, this test. And girl, when she brought it up on the date, I say, you know what? When she brought it up, yeah, this is going nowhere fast. But you know, hopefully, Charles is sincere whenever she gives him the boot.
Okay, because you know it's coming. You know it's about to come. And then let me tell you what's gonna happen after that. After she give him the boot, that's when her girls are gonna be like, "We just need to." This is Sierra. We just need to do something to cheer her up. We just gonna take her to somewhere, and we're just gonna go have some fun. And we're just gonna.
I bet she cried. I bet she cried because she has. I just don't want to hurt him. He's such a nice guy. You know, I just can't see.
I'm ready.
I'm sorry, Charles. I just can't. Girl, shut up.
Because y'all know that's what's gonna happen. It's so plainly blatant that that's what's gonna happen. But you're right though. When she told him about I said, "Girl, we don't even know him. Why is we even telling him this right at this point?" I mean, I get that she done told everybody on TV, but I'm saying this is supposed to be intimate and real. But I'm just like, why are we even? Do he even want to hear about this? Like, is it the right time to be telling him? It's like, girl, you don't even know. It's like it was just so many things going through my mind. I was like, come on now. We could have talked about anything else, but
she's supposed to be going through her whole phase and just chilling. Even though people say you don't really need no whole phase, and that's not. I will be. At least I will be here for that. Rather than these farce of a date, like this is girl.
Yeah,
girl.
Absolutely. But he did send them flowers, though. They was pretty though. I ain't gonna lie to you, Ash. Did you see them flowers? I was like, okay, I ain't mad at these flowers.
There's just nothing. I'm so over like the polite, you know. Oh, thank you, Charles. Like, oh, yes, Charles. And yeah, and I don't know. I had abnormal mammography results, girl. Like, too much too soon. You don't know this man. You don't know this man from Adam. Or maybe I should cancel the date because I just don't even. Yeah. I don't know. I'm just, you know, I don't even know if he's really into her either, though. You know what I mean? It feels like y'all say, he's a paid actor. Like, hey, we'll give you, this will be good for your resume as far as your acting gigs if he's in the industry. You know, it'll give you a little shine for your nonprofit, or if he even really has a nonprofit. I'm not convinced he
What's
is
his last
anything
name?
that he
What's
says.
His last name? I'm gonna look him up on the social media.
I just don't know. I just thought, yeah, the flowers is cute, but she don't want him. She does not want him.
She really don't. Oh. This is all for the show. And you're right. He might be building his resume dating. He might be building his dating resume because after he can say that he dated Tia, I mean, come on now. He gonna be like, I dated Tia.
Did he really though? Because she's like, oh, you want a kiss from me on the cheek? Like, what was her that obnoxious laugh? Yeah. You want a kiss from me?
Oh my goodness, that was funny to me. So listen, it turns out Tia is just fine. So you know, beautiful thing. He is just fine. Everything is good. But did y'all see the dramatic way that she was looking before the news comes out?
Girl, you better act, Tia.
Mm-hmm. I said this was definitely a good old act. Okay, while we got Cairo over here trying to open up the doggone whipped cream, I said, "Girl, give me that whipped cream." I just kept wanting to grab the whipped cream the whole time. I was like,
"Oh, she's such a big girl. She doesn't want me to do it anymore." Like, yeah, all right, keep that same energy when she acted. Never mind.
What they say, make you laugh or make you cry later on. You better get her together.
The way I'm looking for this man.
Okay. I forgot what his last name was. So we get to the thing, girl. Why Charles show up at the Tia support the cause thing, whatever it was called, the Tia support the cause, and then they get stuck in the elevator. We just gonna talk about all of those things. Just give me your final thoughts on that because literally that's what this episode was, y'all. I promise you that. Ashley.
It's a setup because how, when, why, where, and how are you getting trapped on the elevator? Oh, I just didn't know. Like, oh, are we still? You know, maybe this is what the next act is. This is literally the next act, because she's been acting for these first 4 episodes completely. You know, okay, like y'all said, anything to provide awareness and get people out. You know, once they're at their certain age or based on doctor recommendations, go get your mammograms and all that. But yeah, I was just so honestly watching this episode, I was just so checked out. Like at some point, I think when people play in your face, it makes you not care. because I was just over it by this point. I was like, okay, girl. All right, now it's Ella. You gonna cry because you stuck in the elevator too? Like, I'm just waiting for the next set of tears, EJ. At this point,
Girl,
we didn't need that. We didn't need the girl. We didn't need you getting stuck in a damn elevator. That was a waste of space. I'm waiting for, like, I just feel insulted because I really watched this wanting to. If you grew up with Tia, you know you're not going to just get Salacious City here. Nobody was expecting that. I was expecting for at least for her to be transparent and for us to just really go with her, even if we're in a divorce or just kind of coming up out of it and just really getting into, I'm older, I'm divorced. There's no reason I'm established, first of all. There's no reason for me to put on airs for anything. Just getting the authentic Tia. She doesn't have to talk about her divorce. She doesn't have to slam Corey. She don't have to, get us all personal in her way. She didn't have to show them children because baby, what's that? Big Corey, big son Corey, baby. He said, no, I don't want no part of this. It didn't have to be that. It just needed to be her naturally being herself. Because this feels very putting on, like, I'm like, is this the Tia behind the camera? If it is, that's fine. But I would love to see, like, well, yeah, for so long I've had to put this away. Because when she's crying and, I was so unhappy in the divorce and I just felt so alone, like, all right, like, let's get into, you when you're happy, when you're not feeling so alone. This contrived, like, we have to have Charles show up there. They want us to put, girl, they could do a whole lot better. But they want us to put stock in Charles as to say, like, oh, he could have been a possibility. He's really liking Tia. Ooh, look, he showed up to support her here. So when the letdown happened, and if she drops a tear because she gotta let Charles down easy, I swear, I just can't believe that she's treating us like this. I feel mocked. Yeah, I do.
absolutely. Well. Well, final thoughts. Did you get your final thoughts, Ash?
Yeah, that was it. I don't have no final thoughts. I'm just waiting for the next act that she's going to perform and some more tears to come, because I don't think we're going to go. I wager that I don't think there's going to be an episode where she doesn't cry at least one time.
Nah, of course not. And we know that, Tia and Tamara, they love to cry, which I ain't got no problem with. I love a good cry too. I'm always here for the cry. But it's different this time. I don't know what it is. It's just everything about it is different because it doesn't, I don't know. It's just all different. But, I'm hoping that things are going to spice up, because like I said, I'm here for Tia. I definitely want to see what her real next act is. Want to see her come out on the other end of all of this. Want to see her happy and all that stuff, because it's like everyone has said, there's no reason for her to have to act. She is successful. She has already proved everything that she needed to prove to anyone as far as her career is concerned. There's nothing that she needs to put on airs for. I don't give a damn about her out there TikToking and doing all that. Do what you do, boo. If that is what makes you happy. If I could dance, I might be out here TikToking too, but I can't. I got 2 left feet. So there's that. So I'm here for all of that. I just wanted this to be like real or just something else. Like you said, I mean, I feel like Tyra had like one of the best ideas. Tia's first. And they just need to go ahead and redo this show and do Tia's first and call it a day.
It would have been so entertaining to see her at her big age doing some stuff she didn't get to do when she was 15, 16, 14, 20. Like, even if it's just the most minuscule things, like, all child actors miss out on their childhood. I would have just absolutely been here for that. And if they wanted to throw in, hey, even those would have been Tia's first. Tia being a serial dater. Tia's, those would have been her first. Just, Tia's, girl, you ain't been on no apps like that. Like, it would have been so entertaining to see her, like, dating in this generation. And, she is a woman of, Tia's almost 50, right?
Mm-hmm.
Girl. The entertainment was there. I don't know why we are putting on this show, literally, because it is putting on a show. I'm expecting it to pick up because, baby, it ain't nowhere to go but up from here. We already said through Mama Llama last time. I'm hoping that it's something, we walk away with something for Tia aside from, is she narcissistic? Is she selfish? Is she, really self-centered? This is, Tia, like, I don't want to walk away with that. But I will say, you know, I always love me some Tamara, and I'm gonna leave it on the ground.
Absolutely. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Appreciate you guys coming through and rocking with us as we're talking about Tia Mowry's next act. Y'all already know that was it, y'all. That episode didn't really have a lot going on, but definitely if you're watching this on the replay, make sure to go ahead and drop down in the comments. Let us know what you thought about Tia Mowry's next act. What did you think about episode 4? What do you think about Charles? What do you think about just the whole situation? We would love to hear what you guys have to say. And y'all already know we got another live that we are going to be having. Ashley is celebrating her 5,000 subscribers, y'all. That's amazing. Congratulations to you, boo. We so proud of you, first and foremost. So proud of you. But we also got another person that's not up here with us, Kay. She's going to be celebrating her birthday soon. So we definitely got to show love to her. So y'all make sure that y'all check out her birthday live celebration that is coming up right around the corner. And make sure that you're following everybody on here. We have a lot of stuff that we're doing. So just make sure that you're following. Make sure your notifications are turned on. Make sure you subscribe to the channel because it don't take nothing but a little click to subscribe to the channel, a little click to hit the like button and do all the things to show love and show support. So we're about to get up out of here, y'all. All righty. Thanks.
Ciao.
It's your birthday. It's your birthday. It's your birthday.